Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Ryan. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Good, thanks. Well,
Is you
before,
Sheesh?
yeah, she's here, and the
Nice to
rest of the
meet you.
team's here as well. Same here, Ryan. We have David Clark and David Fry. Let me get this done. First of all, just give us it's the first time we're doing this, so you'll can expect some ups and downs here from us.
Okay, cool. So you guys want to start? You guys plan to start with the WP76?
Yes. So what we'll do is, let's just get this meeting done. I guess we'll get started and we'll record it. Have you done a live broadcast before yourself, Ryan?
I have not.
Okay, good. We're all inexperienced here, but we'll learn. So what we'll do today is we'll walk you through a Wi-Fi IoT card and a WP76 on a Mango Red. I think it'll take us around 15 minutes for that. And then walk you through a built-in MediaTek MT7697 on Mango Red. Should take us 15 minutes. And once that's done, we can take any questions you have.
Okay.
And it's a very informal setting. It's more like a developer-to-developer contact. We want to do this every, I would say, third Monday of every month. So just different topics. Today is Wi-Fi. Next month will be the next version of the Mango Red that we're coming out with. So with that, I'm going to pass it to David Clark, who's going to jump into all the details for getting it going. David, I'll pass it to you.
Okay, can you hear me? Good. Okay. So basically, I've taken a Mango right out of the box. We put release 7 on it. I haven't had to run any AT commands for setting the IO settings, but Dave Fry just told me this morning that there are some, and I'm sensing that might be the problems that you were seeing, just because I couldn't recreate them. So basically, I've just taken a Mango right out of the box with release 7, and if I go onto the screen, I'm SSHing into it.
You'll have to share your screen, David.
Oh, sorry.
So David.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, now I'm on the big screen.
Yeah. Okay. See it.
Are you gonna?
Yeah. So everyone can see.
You're on this.
I'm SSH'd in to it.
You're from your Ubuntu box.
Yeah. So I'm just going to bring up the interface, and and that's it. So if I do an IF config now on WLAN 0, I can see the interface. It's up, and basically now I'm off and running. I can get an IP address from it.
Hold on 1 second. Can you? There's a lot of people talking at once right now.
Sure.
It's kind of tough.
Oh, can you hear me okay now?
I can hear you, but there's I can still hear Ashish talking, I believe.
Oh, yeah. You shouldn't. No one else is talking right now.
I can hear Ashish talking. I can hear someone talking.
Sing.
Oh, maybe. Oh, I've got the YouTube playing in the background. That's why. The YouTube. I was like, what the heck is going on in my head? Okay. All right. We're all good now. Okay. I heard 4 voices. All right. We're good.
So
okay.
did you pick up everything I had said there? Like.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't get anything. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, you can see on my console, like basically we took a fresh Mango. We put release 7. We put release 7 on it. So Dave put release 7 on it.
Okay.
So basically, right from there, all I've done is after release 7 is on, I've SSH'd into the device. I brought up the interface using IF up. The interface for the TI Wi-Fi is WLAN 0. And then I just ran IF config on WLAN 0 to show it's up. And then from here, here you're off and running. Like you could run UDHCP to get an IP address. You could use Legato to push data to the cloud if you want to. Basically, that's it.
Okay, I'm real quick. I'm connecting my WP76 right now. Is
Sure.
So you got to connect it through your Ubuntu box.
Yeah.
When I plug mine in, I can only get it through my Mac side.
Okay.
So that's one issue I've had, at least with the 76. But I can do if from what you did, you didn't seem like you did anything on the you didn't do any.
So Ryan, where did you get
firmware
your
update.
unit from?
Excuse me?
Where did you get your unit from?
I think we got it off your website. Got it right here. You be able to tell?
No, not the Mango, but the WP76.
Oh, that's a question for my boss. I really don't know. I would imagine we got it off your website.
Well, so first of all, confirm that, right? Where you got the unit from? Maybe a very old version of hardware. Just
Do you think I've got an old version?
you might have. I have no idea, because from a Mango team perspective, we never shipped any WP76s, right? So whoever gave you those units depends on when you got it. I don't think that matters, but just it's always good to understand what the reference points is, what we're looking at. Having said that, I've seen a lot of questions from you on the forum that you could never get ECM port going on your WP76, which is really not a problem for us. We don't see that as an issue.
I couldn't get what working?
ECM, the
ECM.
SSH. So the ECM port from Ubuntu, you're not able to SSH into the unit, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So
well, if that's the so I've tried it. I actually was passed the WP76 from my boss who had been working on it, and he was only able to connect to it through Windows and Mac. So we haven't had any success with that yet. But actually, and I mentioned in the forum that that the WP76, while it's really good, we need the WP75. We can't take the W76 to Europe, where we'd like to show it off a bit. So getting the Wi-Fi working on the W76 would be great, but our biggest the 75 is what we would really like to get.
Yeah. So why don't we even go through 76 right now? Because what David will show you on the IoT card at least will work on a 75 as well.
Okay, I'm trying to get into this. I'm having an issue getting into my 76.
Here's what we could do. Why don't we see David Clark and David Fry walk you through for the next 15, 20 minutes with both the 76 with IoT card and the MediaTek built in. And then we'll walk you through your problem on that side. Let's just see them do this first. So at least you see it works.
Sure.
All right. So I'm going to mute you for the next 20 minutes. And David Clark, the floor is yours. Walk him through. And then the next 30 minutes, we walk him through his issues. He can share his screen. Okay, let's do that. Ryan, I'm going to mute you now. Go ahead.
Okay. I just thought, Ryan, there was one thing that, like when you were saying you were hearing Ashish in the background, there are a set of AT commands for setting the IOs that Dave Fry had told me about. I didn't even know about them. And they might be the problem you're seeing with the TI Wi-Fi. I haven't had to run them for 3 devices now right out of the box. They've all worked without having to do it. But based on the comments that you had on the forum, you might have to use them. I'll let Dave Fry handle that. So now that I've got the TI working, we'll see. We'll switch over and I'll get the MediaTek working. So for this, I'm going to pass the device over to Dave Fry right now because we got to update the MediaTek firmware. And I've got my Linux box, and I normally do it from my Windows box. So I'm going to hand over the device to Dave right now to update the MediaTek firmware. So he's going to do that right now.
Okay, so got the Mango Red here from David Clark now, and I'm going to plug in the console port. And we've got the jumper in a position such that it's being powered from the console port. Okay, so I guess I should share my screen. Okay, so right now I've got TerraTerm open and it's connected to COM25, you can see in the top corner. So in order to program the MediaTek chip, we have to do a couple things. We need to change the jumper configuration. So jumper, or not jumper, the dip switch. Dip switch 2 and 6 need to be in the up position. And now if I hit the reset button on the Mango, you should get, yeah, we see those C characters coming out in the console. So now what you need to do is disconnect the terminal program because we use the same interface for programming. I'll close this. Okay, so I'm going to go tools. So this is a Flash tool program downloaded for MediaTek. I've got the resource page open here. So yeah, here's the URL up here. You can see down at the bottom of the page, I think. Of course, I should check this out. Oh yeah, downloads. Yeah, so here it is. 76x7 Flash tool. I'm using the Windows version. And opening that up now. There's 2 EXEs here. We want the graphical version. And okay. Okay, so just realized that I did not copy the files out of my email prior to doing this, so I'm just going to mute my video for a sec while I dig into my email. Okay, muted my video. I'm gonna go play with my email for a sec.
So Ryan, is this what you're expecting though? Like, do you want to at least get both how to run the MediaTek and the IoT card?
Yeah, this is great. This is great. I'm having issues actually connecting to my WP76, and we have had that issue for a while. So 76 is haven't really been able to get much going on that other than our main code I haven't been able to do too much unique stuff with the firmware on the WP76. It could be, as you said, an older model, and that could
Or
be
maybe what you need to do is you need to go and get use the firmware download tool to get the latest firmware.
Yeah, so we'll probably do that with the Windows machine
Cool.
on our
Yeah.
Windows.
So once you do that, then I think that might be the issue, that you have a very old firmware on it. So upgrade to release 7.
Release
And
7 on the WP76.
yeah, it's on the website, and then take it from there.
Okay. And you'll be posting this video after, so we could just check it out, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. And I've got the 75 here too. So I've got 50 of your boards. I've got a million of them. I don't know what I don't have. I got the 85, 75, got everything.
That's good. It's good to have people like you, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pass it over to David now, David Fry, and he's going to take you from.
Okay, so I'm going to unmute my video again. Oh, I muted it. Okay, back online. And I'll go back to screen sharing. And we'll go to this. Okay, so I opened up the MediaTek Flash tool, and you want to make sure that these two checkboxes are checked: format whole flash and download scatter file. There's this little folder icon you can click, and you browse to wherever you have your files. And where did I put mine? I put them in here. There it is. Okay, so you click on the flash download INI file, and it references the 3 bin files that I also downloaded. And then there's a refresh button down here at the bottom for the COM ports. And if you recall, it was COM25. That's actually the only one. So then you can leave the baud rate as it is at 921,600 and click Start. And I think overall it takes about a minute or 80 seconds to program. Okay, so while this is going, I can just show where the there's a AT command document that can be useful. David Clark was referring to some AT commands that may or may not be required. And so if you browse your module, I think there's a document. AT command guide. I'm just going to open it. Okay, so I know that there's 2 commands that we're going to run, and one of them is WIO-CFG. And so this has to do with GPIO configuration. Basically, you need to make sure that each IO is assigned control to Linux. And the other command is UART. So you can map different functions onto your UARTs. So there's that. David Clarkson go through the specifics of setting those.
17,1 was the one.
Yeah. Okay, so this MediaTek flashing is done. I've killed enough time. And so then once it completes, you want to set you remember we changed the dip switches 2 and 6 into the up position. You want to set those back down to down position. And I'll hand this board back to David Clark.
Okay, it's back to me. Oh, sec. I gotta kill my SSH here. you. Okay, so I'm going to SSH back into the device. I'm just going to double check that the high speed or the high speed is there. The TTY S. Yep. So I'm looking for the TTY HSL1 being there. If it's not there, then you have to run, and you normally have to run it out of the box, that AT bang enter enter CND command. 17,1 is the one you want to use.
It's the map UART. Not
Oh yeah, map UART.
Maybe
Sorry.
we just go through it just in case somebody else is watching. And
So here, I'll do it again. /dev TTY AT.
And then I go AT bang. UART. 17.1.
That's it.
then show the one with the question mark.
Just to let y'all know, it's flickering between the screen and someone's face. So I'm not sure if it's showing properly.
Okay.
Whose face do you see?
One of the Davids with over-the-ear headphones on.
Oh, that's. I'll mute my camera.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, so I ran the AT command again just for kicks. And again, I'm looking for that TTY HSL 1. So there it is, just to confirm it's there.
Show the WIO config as well.
Oh, okay. That's AT. How do you get it?
ATE bang WIO config.
WIO CFG? Question mark? AT bang WIO CFG question mark? Or equals question mark?
It's question mark, I think.
He needs to do the.
Or maybe you need to do the.
Enter CND.
Yeah.
AT bang enter CND equals A710. And then AT bang WIO CFG question mark. Interesting.
80 plus.
Let me just check the doc. Yeah, it is plus.
Yes.
AT plus
Yeah.
WIO CFG? Okay.
Yeah.
WIO CFG question mark. There we go.
Oh,
So the ones we care about are, what was it, 2, 8, and 13? With the
I
three?
believe.
Yeah. So 2, 8, and 13.
And then you can see the 16, which means it's mapped to Linux.
Okay. So the 16 means it's mapped to Linux.
But if you had to map it, you would just do AT plus WIO config equals 2 comma 16, and then 3 comma 16.
okay.
Okay.
Just do it. Just show it to him.
So you want to do AT plus WIO CFG equals
Equals
2 comma 16?
16, sure.
16. And then AT WIO CFG equals, what was it, 8 comma 16. And AT plus WIO CFG equals 13 comma 16. Like that.
What do you do to get out control?
And then Control X gets you out.
And I think you have to power cycle to have these take effect.
Okay, so we'll reboot the board. I'll wait for it to come back. Okay, so it's just coming up again. Are we in? No. working yet? Okay, I'm back. So now, to show that the Wi-Fi for the MediaTek is working, I should, do a couple more things. I have to update ETC network interfaces.
It's on GitHub, right?
I'll just grab mine.
It's not sure where it is from GitHub. So
Oh, okay. So it's on Mango, Project Mango GitHub. This is in, it's going to be in Mango. Linux kernel modules, Wi-Fi, and scripts, interfaces. So I can just copy that. Just do it like that. So I can go down to here, copy it there, like that. And then C init.b. So now I need the MT Wi-Fi script. Copy that as well. Just copy it. From there to here. Okay, that's good. Now I make it executable. Like that. So now I should be able to bring up MediaTek interface. And if I give an IF config on WLAN 0, there we go. It's up.
Awesome.
Okay. So now we want to put Mango on the board. So now I'm going to put Mango on. Actually, I can do this all from one terminal. I'll just do it from here. So now I'm going to go to my Mango directory. Oops. Wrong one. Go. Leave and rebuild it. 76XX. Red WP76XX. Oh.
yeah, source the bin config without a win.
Source.
You gotta go into.
Oh, I got to go to it, right?
folder,
Yeah. This is actually good for it to see. Table legato. And then I have to source. What was it again? The source dash dot bin.
Bin, not dot. Bin. Big. Button.
Oh, yeah. I need this after the meeting. Make red WP76XX.
By the way, y'all have an awesome build environment. I love the Legato framework. It makes it so simple. Just getting all the pieces together. It's good.
Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna look for So I'm gonna update the Mango.
That was an alias you defined. That update alias.
So now Now, usually what I do is I'll reboot it at this point. So I'll let it come down and come back up.
should also show him how you see if the legato is proper, legato status, and a couple of those things, right? Just no one else externally does that.
I was going to run Red Sensor to Cloud, like actually show an app running.
Like show legato status and all the things. It's not a problem.
Okay. Legato status, or you mean the app status?
Legato status, because you've updated it.
So like legato status.
It shows it's installed.
Yeah. And then you can do an app status. And then now I have this Red Sensor to Cloud app, so I can show how to use it as well. So there's and service, Wi-Fi, SSID. Oh, no, we can do slide guest.
Just
leave it.
On the MediaTek Wi-Fi, show it's working connected to the server here.
Well, that was the thing. I was going to go to Swy Mobile. Oh, you need to do a WP. You need a WPA config.
You got your test router, right?
I can grab my phone and go to my phone and do that. Or I'll set it up and then I'll grab my phone. So I can do a config set data connection service Wi-Fi SSID. What's your phone called?
I'm just trying to figure out how to do this.
I can do mine. I can, yeah.
So we'll just do Mango.
Mango?
Yeah.
All lowercase?
No. M-A-N-G capital H.
Okay.
Stanford faster.
And one.
Oh, I think that path rate was too short. I had to change it to
Oh, yeah, it's gotta be-
123.
Yeah, it's got to be, because it's got a minimum number of characters. Whoops, protocol. Oops. And then you want the passphrase to be
Mango
up
123.
Mango. So add 123 to the end. Okay. So now I'll start sensor to cloud, and you can watch it. Coming up. So now the application's coming up and we are connected. It should show up on your phone right now that I'm connected. Oh, you don't get an indication on your phone? Oh, my phone gives me an
It
indication.
might be a link for me to
Yeah, but it's trying to send data right now.
But yeah,
So,
one device connected.
so there's an example of a legato application that's part of the Mango apps, and it shows.
So just 1 second. So currently what you've done is you've taken the MediaTek system. We have not focused on the TI stuff yet, right? The TI is not working right now.
I've only shown the TI that the interface comes up, but I haven't used it.
Yeah,
But I
okay.
could do the same thing. I could change the config. Do I change the configuration?
Yeah,
using
so basically what we're saying right now is that both of them are running right now, right? So both the WLAN interfaces. 0 is TI, and 1 is MediaTek.
Yeah.
Right. So both are there, and the user can use either or.
Correct.
So the steps we followed, just to summarize, was we took a WP76, we went to release 7,
Mhm.
then we went and loaded the MediaTek firmware, which David Fry showed us how he did. Then we went and loaded the the Mango system. We built it. The Mango system was built and loaded to the device.
Yeah.
Then you set the configuration. In this case, you were connecting to a hotspot, which was on David Fry's phone. You connected a hotspot called Mango, and you then were able to connect to it to send data to the cloud. And what you have shown right now is data going to AirVantage on the Red Sensor to Cloud app using the MediaTek Wi-Fi.
Yeah, with
the heads
up that the 2 sets of AT commands.
Yeah. And the key point here was you had to enable the 2 AT commands. One was to get the HSL working on the UART, so the UART between the MediaTek and the WP76 can talk to each other. The second was to enable the GPIOs that need to work on the TI Wi-Fi in its script that allows you to turn on the TI Wi-Fi system. At that point, Ryan, this is the 2 systems we had. We walk you through both. A bit, I guess, as you can see, it's the first time we're doing this Google Hangout, so we did a bit of a few mixes there, but
hey, you guys did a great job. You guys did a great job. Thank you guys. Seriously, this is going to be really helpful for a lot of people.
So now going back to WP75 in your case, right? So all you need to do is get the latest WP75 firmware on your unit, but you have to make a change to the TI Wi-Fi init script. Can we show that that Mango Red?
Want me to show that what it looked like? Had it on the screen here. I can show you.
I've got the TI Wi-Fi script that David sent me.
Yeah, this is exactly what I've sent him. This is exactly what's on the device.
Let's see. Can you share your screen with us, Ryan, and we'll walk you through that. What's going wrong with your system? Then.
Let me check something real quick. I think I actually found out what a bit of the issue was. So the little amp for all connector, we had to. I think it wasn't getting a good bit of the connection. Maybe it was off a little bit, but I was just reading into the one second, into the documentation a bit, and I reloaded that TI Wi-Fi script, and it seems like that one of our dip switches was off, and the amp for all connector, we put like a little piece of rubber underneath it, and I think that we've got it. I think it may be working now. I think that may have been the issue. I just was fidgeting with it a second ago, and I saw a light come on. So we may have the answer to both of those today.
Awesome. David Clark,
Yeah.
David Fry, did you want to finish up and talk about anything else in the Wi-Fi stuff? Maybe you want to go through the configuration a bit again, how configuration is done for different.
Well, here I can. So what I can do is I can change the configuration here. So instead of, let me change my console size so I can see it. Basically, to change it to use the TI Wi-Fi, I would that. Everything else will stay the same. View it just to make sure that everything's right now. So SSID passphrase is fine. I've changed the interface now to use WLAN 0. The driver for the TI is the NL802.11. So everything else stays the same. So I'll stop red sensor out. Stop it. And we're stopped. And I'll do an ifconfig config.
To run the script for allowing multiple interfaces.
At once, but there's nothing you really have to do. I was going to tear WLAN 1 down right now, but there's no. I can leave it. I can just leave it up. So now if I do an app start on Red Sensor to Cloud, and I can still connect to your hotspot, Dave. Should still be fine. Now I'll start Red Sensor to Cloud again. Oh. It doesn't have a SIM in there, does it? No, good. Restart it again. It almost looks like it's trying to, let's do it this way. I think I should reboot it.
Is this your is this app available on where would we go about getting this app?
It's
So
on the
I'm
Mango, it's on the Mango GitHub, this Red Sensor to Cloud.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's there. I'm just rebooting it right now because I don't want to. It seems to still be using the MediaTek interface. I could tell by the log files. So I'm just going to reboot it, and it won't even bring up the MediaTek interface, and I'll just have it use the TI interface.
So I loaded your new TI Wi-Fi script on, and I cleared out the little Amphorol connector, and I'm getting the Wi-Fi AP is working. Let me just check the Wi-Fi client scan.
Perfect.
Well,
Good.
the client does the AP have to be off for the client to work?
Yeah.
When you say AP though.
You mean
Access
the
point.
Mango as an AP?
That's
And
yeah.
you can do either or.
Oh yeah.
But you got to do one or the other.
Yeah.
Okay. That may be. Okay, let's see. So let's see if Wi-Fi.
Let's try it. I'm not sure if you
client
support the
scan.
switching mode. Hey, David, you should show them the commands that we usually got. Start the Wi-Fi scan and everything as well using the TI stuff here. There's a lot of people get stuck on that online on forums, right?
Oh. So you're saying like the so why was the why? Oh shoot! I even
You have that on your forum post.
was it Wi-Fi client start? Is it? Shoot! I should know. I never do it this way.
Okay.
That's why I don't. Yeah, I was just gonna run Red Sensor to Cloud
Sure.
again. So if I do this here, I'll just run Red Sensor to Cloud. And I could even run it as an access point and show that
That's
as
fine.
well.
Just run what
I
you
could
have.
run the web page. Whoops. And then log read-f Auto. Now you'll see it coming up. And again, it'll connect up to David Fry's phone. So yeah, bingo, we're in. So now I'm basically using the same app and I'm using the TI Wi-Fi as and it's going to David Fry's phone. So that's running right now.
So, David Fry, did you want to conclude with anything?
Yeah. So let me just unmute my video.
Video. Okay, I'm on now, right?
Okay, so
Okay, yeah, good. No echo in my ears now. Okay. So one thing that I realized that we left out was in order to support the MediaTek Wi-Fi in the Legato framework, there was some work that was done to support multiple Wi-Fi interfaces. And that hasn't made it all the way back into a mainstream Legato release yet. So as a result, we're maintaining a patch repository. I'm not sharing my screen, so you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, sharing my screen. Okay, back to my web browser. So it's on GitHub at github.com/mango/Legato patches. And so right now there's two folders, an 1801 and a 1711 folder. So those refer to the Legato release versions that the patches apply against. So in here, there's subdirectories, and those include patch files. Then there's two scripts up here for applying and sort of purging the patches. I'll show how to apply them on top of a Legato release. So now I'm in my terminal. I've already cloned the repository again, but you can see that that's the same content. I've got a Legato workspace here. This one is cloned from an internal Garrett instance, but using it with GitHub should be the same. It is the same. I've tried it. Okay, so now we'll go back to here. So basically what you do is you run this apply patches. It's going to say this is how you use it. So we do apply patches. This is the path to my Legato repository. And then it says what tag do you want to use, 18.01.0. That refers to basically which manifest you have checked out when you get Legato. I'm not going to go into how to use repo because that's a whole other hour-long conversation, but assuming that you've successfully retrieved Legato and you've got the 1801.0 manifest, then you run this and it prints out a few things and it says at the bottom, all patches applied successfully. Basically what this is doing is it's making commits in the Legato repository and some sub-repositories. And it's doing it on a new branch, which in this case is called mango patches _ today's date and time. So now if I go back to Legato, I go into my Legato folder, I view the branch, you can see that we're on the mango patches branch. I can do git log 1801.0 to red. You can see that there's basically a new commit here that's been applied to support multiple Wi-Fi interfaces. So that's basically it. Now we can go, actually we're in the right place already. I can just do make clean and make WP76 XX. And now we're building Legato for the WP76, but with the Wi-Fi, the multiple Wi-Fi interface patches applied. Basically, the reason this was missed earlier is David Clark already had these patches applied to his workspace, so he didn't have to do that. But if you were just starting out from cloning Legato from GitHub, you would have to apply these patches in order to make the MediaTek Wi-Fi work properly. You don't need to apply the patches to get the IoT slot Wi-Fi working. It's only for MediaTek.
So applying these patches right now with the Mango Red should enable the MediaTek Wi-Fi
Yeah.
with the 75 too?
No, the 75 is more complicated because the 75 and the 85 have a different kernel from the 76, and there hasn't been a release in a little while. So I think coming up, it's either the next release or the one after for the 85 and the 75. I think it's expected to support the Mango Red Wi-Fi, but for now it won't really work there. But the TI Wi-Fi will work.
So you mentioned that was coming out. I believe someone posted that was coming out in May.
So that's our initial discussion that we have, but when we have more data on that, we'll let you know.
Okay.
That's what we think it is. And going back to what David Fry said, so in the next version that we plan to bring through DigiKey and other distributors or partners, for all the WP76s on a Mango Red and WP77s, by the way, that's a LTM version that we're coming out with end of March. We'll have the units pre-configured in the factory with both the MediaTek firmware loaded. That would already be done. The WP76s that we will provide will already have everything working to an extent, but then what you do is you just run the simple commands and it should work. However, if you want to upgrade again, you might have to run a few of these steps. So by default, they will just run and work through the apps that David Clark was talking about. The Red Sensor to Cloud app will just run and work. That would be by default working going forward. But if you got a unit before and you want to run a WP76 on it, you'll have to follow the instructions in this this live broadcast today, and also we'll be updating our GitHub page on the wiki there with these instructions. Okay.
Hey, perfect. Looks like this stuff is going to work. So, and we should be able to take it, and looks like it's going to work perfectly.
So Ryan, what do you think? What else do you think we should have? I know you're very active on the forums and stuff. What else do you think we should broadcast? We plan to do it once the third week of every month, third Monday, I would say. So there'll be another one. I think the next one would be more focused on what we're bringing new to the table for the launch.
You know, I noticed there was one person who commented in kind of vague comment. Someone said something about connecting to AWS IoT. I know that there was a big discussion about that. I know you guys have your AirVantage. I believe you guys have your own cloud. So maybe is there? I guess do you guys have an in-depth thing on your cloud on how to connect?
So yeah, so in the next version that we plan to provide, we will show a bit of how the data is presented on AirVantage. We'll show how the registration should be done, because going forward in the next batch, we'll also provide capabilities like SIM management on the Sierra Wireless SIM, right? We're also talking to other carriers right now to bring their SIMs on board without mentioning anyone today. So we're looking into that as well. So we'll provide, at least in the Sierra Wireless SIM and Sierra Wireless Cloud, we'll provide things, we'll walk people through SIM management, device management, and data visibility on during the next Google Hangout, which would be in 4 weeks from now. Is there anything else from your side you need from us, or anything we can do to help?
No, that was incredibly helpful. One thing I would just say that I noticed is I was looking at the green. You know, I've been working with the green as well as the red, and so, and actually, as you guys were talking, I don't know what you guys said, but I looked at the green and I looked at the red, and I noticed, I guess, the configuration for the dip switches is different for the Mango Green and the red.
Yes.
And I believe that one of the issues I was having is I was setting the red dip switches to look like the greens. And I just tested it about 5 minutes ago. And I turned dip switch 8 on and off. And if 8 was off, then the Wi-Fi wouldn't start up.
Yes.
I'm sure that makes perfect sense to you, but that was something that I definitely got hung up on.
Because DIP 8 actually is kind of controlling the system reset pin.
hmm
on Mango Red. So if that's on or off will determine whether the system's working or not. So that's why there's two different hardware platforms, and having the same dip switch configuration was simply not possible for us to maintain.
Oh
Because
yeah, I totally understand. Totally different boards.
Each dip switch is pretty expensive, and if you look in terms of expense, as in the technology expense itself,
hmm
right? It's not the cost of the device, but what you can give on each dip switch is actually very related to the usability of the platform.
hmm
So I think at that point we can stop this particular broadcast.
Yeah.
Thanks, David Clark. Thanks, David Fry. Thanks, Ryan, for sitting through, and thank you for asking us to do this. It has first time we have done it, and actually we enjoyed doing it. So yeah, thank you for forcing us to go direct to the to the forum. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure the community is able to move as fast as possible. And having seen what we did today, I think we'll keep doing it every once a month.
Yeah, I mean, we've got like 10 or 15 of these, and we're trying to get these as fast as we can. So they're awesome devices. You guys are doing great work. So I appreciate you guys being so active on the forum, because I mean, you guys have great stuff, and just helping guys like us get it together is we can get more.
Good, awesome. So thank you, and have a good good day. And I guess talk to you again on the forum with a different question.
Yep. All right.
Okay,
Maybe
bye.
some answers. Maybe some answers.
Maybe some answers.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Bye.